Hello, welcome to my review channel. If you enjoy, remember to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss any videos. Today, we continue with the manga I Love Demon Venerable and My Female Apprentices Want to Kill Me, Episode 10. In a hazy scene, a female character with long green hair sits playing the lute on a precarious cliff, facing the vast sky. She radiates an ethereal beauty. The surrounding nature is serene, mirroring the calmness of the musician, who loses herself in the melodies of her song. A close-up of Tan Linam's face, her eyes closed, seemingly immersed in the enchanting tunes of the lute in her hands. It has been 7 days, a voice calls out from behind. Do you not wish to witness the fate of that villain firsthand? Tan Lingyin gently replies, her gaze still fixed on the distant horizon. Hongwei, you are my dearest sister, you should understand. Until my bond with my master is completely severed, I cannot allow anyone else to interfere. Hongwei sits down opposite her, continuing the conversation with a softer tone. All right, I admit my fault. So, will you bid farewell to your master by yourself? Tan Lingyin replies, composed, no need. He is my eternal dream, and also the deepest sorrow within my heart. The camera shifts to Teotrun, who is wearing a brown and yellow robe and rapidly moving his magical body movements. When he feels the successful use of the tower top pass, he smiles confidently. Indeed, the pass of the gimbal ringtone is very useful. He stopped in front of a huge door, engraved with symbols of dragon and phoenix, a solemn and mysterious place. His resolute voice seemed destined for my great achievement today. Teotrun looked up at the sky, his eyes filled with determination, and his words were filled with 10 years of perseverance waiting for 10 years to come. All of this was because of the secret treasure bestowed upon me by my master today. How could Teotrun not do great things? Red-haired and slender, Xingxing appeared from a distance and shouted loudly. Senior brother, seeing his junior sister's arrival, he smiled lightly. I thought to myself that she had been indifferent to me for too long and couldn't immediately show her my joy. Then he smiled slightly in front of Tinyi, trying to stay calm. Is it really Tinyi, junior sister, who is willing to talk to me? He asked in a slightly humorous tone, trying to create a more relaxed atmosphere between the two. With a charming smile, Tinyi gently replied to her senior. Tio Suhuin, lately, I've been unable to enjoy my meals or sleep well because of you. Her words, soft yet filled with hidden meaning, continued. Please do not misunderstand, for I have been quietly observing every move of that villain. If he discovers that you are searching for me, it could spell disaster. Teotrun laughed heartily, lightly tapping his forehead as if chiding himself. So Tinyi, my junior, has been worried about me. I should have realized this sooner. Ah! He spoke solemnly. 7 days have passed. There's no need for us to worry any longer. Why not we join forces and storm the villain's lair to eradicate him and make our names known throughout the 9 provinces? Hearing his words, Tinyi's expression turned anxious. Yet deep down, she still trembled with fear. Tinyi turned her face away, her voice soft but heavy with emotion. That villain is a shadow haunting my mind. It's hard for me to escape from it. Teotrun tightened his grip on the hilt of his sword, his gaze steadfast and resolute. I understand, but it will be all right. Teotrun boldly drew his sword, his voice resonating like an oath of steel. Today, I will personally help you behead that villain and cleanse all the shadows from your heart. Tinyi beamed with a radiant smile, her eyes sparkling with admiration. Oh, I will be relying entirely on you, Suhuing. Teotrun silently gazed at Tinyi, his heart swelling with affection. She is truly adorable. Her early arrival must be to encourage me. However, Tinyi's gaze suddenly turned cold and sharp. Demon Lord, your escape route has vanished. With that, Teotrun and Tinyi stepped into the dark dungeon. Shadows enveloped them, leaving only the echo of their footsteps resonating in the eerie silence. They pressed on through the long, endless corridor. The thick darkness seemed to swallow every glimmer of light. Teotrun broke the silence, concern etched on his face. Is it strange? Could we be going the wrong way? Teotrun surveyed his surroundings, his expression contemplative. The secret treasure bestowed by our master is being suppressed by an invisible force. If this pressure continues to rise, the treasure won't be able to unleash its full power. Without hesitation, Teotrun made a decision. Tinyi, we can't go any deeper. let's retrace our steps and find another way down. Tin Ni protested. How could that be? I've served the Demon Lord for many years. There's no way I could be mistaken. Tin Ni looked at Tiotran, confusion in her eyes, her purple irises sparkling with worry. Brother, do you truly not trust Tin Ni? Tiotran was taken aback, quickly shaking his head. No, how could I? Don't feel troubled. He stepped closer to Tin Ni, his voice soft and reassuring. Let's follow your lead and continue forward. The two continued onward, delving deeper into the heart of the dark dungeon. Tiotran lifted his gaze, astonished. What is this? The shock was unmistakable on his face. This scene was more spectacular and terrifying than ever before. A huge eye appeared, emitting a piercing cold wave, and Tiotran and Jinger seemed deeply attracted, feeling the overwhelming power of the mysterious force enveloping them. From a distance, the door slammed shut. When he saw his archenemy Xiao Jr. brother meet for the first time, he was slightly stunned and honored. The demon's cold voice rang out word by word, like a sharp blade. Tiotran exclaimed in surprise, "Bakthenglang, haven't you died yet?" Tin Ni lowered her head and whispered to Tiotran, "He shows no signs of poisoning or weakness. Has he not only regained his strength, but also detoxified himself?" Tiotran frowned and quickly comforted Tin Ni. "Don't worry, Tin Ni. Look at his hand." The enemy's hand emitted a purple light, indicating that a dangerous toxin was spreading on him. This was a sign of the Void Shadow Soul Scattering disease, a toxin that could not be cured once it occurred. He had entered the final stage of the disease, and even the green medicinal stone could not save him. Tiotran sneered contemptuously, knowing that everything was just a pretense. His psyche was pushed to the limit, and he had nothing to lose. Bakthenglang spoke up, and Tiotran's lips trembled as if he wanted to say something, but he could only speak intermittently. Tin Ni, filled with confusion, questioned whether the enemy was chanting to activate some kind of forbidden formation. Tiotran realized that he was employing the blood-forbidden technique, a dark art that wielded blood as a weapon, infused with an unwavering will to fight to the bitter end. With ice-cold eyes, Tiotran drew his sword and charged forward, roaring fiercely, "I won't let you achieve your goals." Bakthenglang, witnessing this, whispered, "No need." Tiotran lunged at Bakthenglang, his sword blazing with brilliance, shouting, "It's too late to beg for mercy now." With a swift strike, he slashed horizontally, ending Bakthanglang's life in an instant. "I've done it. Finally, I've done it." His face was ablaze with exhilaration, eyes gleaming with satisfaction. "Don't worry, in death, I'll take good care of your disciples." But then, a strange realization washed over him. The figure before him was not Bakthenglang. It was, in fact, his own senior brother, Li Dung.